In today's video, we are going to style this thrifted hutch with mostly thrifted pieces here in my kitchen. I want to get this all styled and ready for Thanksgiving Day. I do already have most of my Christmas decor out, and I have already started styling this some, but I decided to move a lot of things around and I needed to clean it out. So I thought, well, let me just kind of start from scratch and redecorate this. On the top here, I have a lot of thrifted pieces. That little reindeer is thrifted, the basket, all of the bowls, and that little garland. And I wanted to show y'all also here on the side what I have. I have just a little thrifted basket with some dried florals. And then I just hung this little baby rolling pin here under it. I just love the contrasting colors there. I got that, like I said, the Goodwill bins, and hung that up with a Velcro command strip. Just gonna start on the top shelf and work our way down. I'll try to make it kind of quick, but I do want to show y'all all of the pieces that we're going to use on each shelf as we go too. So here's some pieces that we are going to use on the top shelf. So like I said, most of these pieces are thrifted with the exception of a few. We'll start over here with these thrifted pieces. So I thrifted these canisters just at the Goodwill bins very recently. These two that do not have lids, I'm just going to get some of these little trees that I picked up at Hobby Lobby and just place them inside like so. These I actually have things inside of that I'm storing. That's got some instant oatmeal, and yeah, I don't have anything in that one yet, but I thought about putting some candy canes in that. I don't know, we'll see. And then I have a lot of these little bitty bottle brush trees that I got, I think probably at Walmart. And then these little tins here, these little molds, I'm actually going to drill a tiny little hole in the middle of some of these so that I can use them as little bitty tree skirts. So what I want to do is pop this part off and then slide it down in this little mold and let this act as a tiny little tree skirt. I have a thrifted pewter bowl back here. Love that. Thrifted smasher, another thrifted little silver tray. I got these two, I think I got at Target. These two actually are not thrifted, but they hold my flour and sugar. They're a little bit smaller, which is what I like. And I do believe that I got these at Target. So I have another one of those little tins that I want to try to make a tree skirt for that one. Then I have this thrifted bowl just with some little baby potatoes in that I plan on cooking for supper either tonight or tomorrow night actually. I'm just taking a tiny little paneling nail and I'm just puncturing a little hole in here. I know that this is probably gonna upset some people, but I bought these knowing that this is what I wanted to do with them. So these will just stay in my Christmas decor probably. And you just tap and it just makes a little hole so easy. Pull that out and now I have a little hole to fit this Christmas tree bottle. You'll usually just unscrew and come off with a little tug and a little pull. You can see there. And then you're able to and you can try to just poke it down in this hole. Hopefully it fits kind of snug. Well, mine's not wanting to go down in there. Just keep playing around with it. There it goes. And just kind of adjust it down in there, you know, until it's snug. Now you can bend it down here if you want, but then you're gonna have to, you know, see how it does. You're gonna have to come up here and like do a little adjusting, but it's so cute. It's like a little tree skirt now on some of these little bottle brush trees. And I paid next to nothing for like a set of 6 of these. I think I paid $1.29, $1.99. I can't remember, but I got a whole set of them. And this is what I knew I wanted to do with them. Look how cute. Okay, and I want to put this one somewhere where I don't have to move it around a lot. There's another one of those little trees. I did the same thing. This one's a little bit smaller. I actually like how this one looks better. I'm gonna put this one like right over here because I will need to move that to get these out. So I'm just gonna stick that one right there. And I just have some more random bottle brush trees that I kind of want to sit around. I wish I had something to put these in. I will definitely be on the hunt for something, you know, like this, but maybe even like smaller around so that I can add it to all of these, because now I want all of them to have something. You know what I mean? Like, I think it will look so much cuter if they all have something. One last little tree here for the top, and I thought I might put it just over here so I can hide the white thing at the bottom. Hopefully that fits there. We'll just see if that works. I wanted this one to be a little bit higher, and it's barely a little bit higher. So, okay, so all of this stuff here I have planned for the second shelf, and I know that it looks like a lot, and it is, because we do stuff this hutch full. I actually moved all of my Wexford pieces to a different cabinet just for during the Christmas season so that I could decorate with all of my Santa mugs and all that. So this cutting board is thrifted, this is thrifted, and I'm actually thinking I'm just going to use this as some sort of riser. These wooden spoons, I get all of these at Hobby Lobby. I get asked quite a bit about these little wooden spoons. I have all different sizes. I get these at Hobby Lobby. I have this little thrifted crock that I keep toothpicks in, some butter pats. Those are, I think those are from Whatnot. I can't remember. Now, all of these Santa mugs, this is something else that I get asked a lot about. I got these at Walmart years and years ago, y'all, like so many years ago, before the whole Santa mug obsession ever came out. And you can't find them at Walmart anymore, especially in the all white. I don't know, maybe they'll bring them back one day. We'll see. So I have several of those that I'll be using here on this second shelf, along just with some of the little artificial trees, bottle brush trees. I have a thrifted gingerbread little cookie pan here. I'm just going to use him as like a little backdrop. I have some red books, a little picture here in a thrifted frame of my Meemaw. That's my mom's mom in her kitchen. A couple more books, and then a little just platter here to use as a backdrop. And then I have this casserole dish that I'm also going to be using on this shelf, as well as this little chicken, little wire chicken here. I'll be putting the lid on that. And then I have these napkin holders, little chicken napkin holders that I've had for quite a while. And I just have some green Christmas ribbon tied through all of them. And I just think that that's cute and will look really fun in the hutch. So yes, this is everything here that's going on shelf number 2. Okay, this second shelf is where it gets really heavily decorated. So just bear with me as we move along here. So I'm trying to think. I think I want to put this, I don't know, maybe over here. We'll start with it there and we'll just see what we come up with. Normally I like to start with all of my backdrop stuff. So let's put this cutting board over here. I want my gingerbread man to go over here too. I really like these, and this is why I thrift these, is because I think they look so cute, like just layered on a backsplash in your hutch like this. So I'm just going to prop him up like right there. Might have to move him around a little bit. And then I want to put my casserole dish. Now I'm trying to remember, let's see, I might have to put that over that lip as well. So I don't know if that's going to work there. I don't know. We might move stuff around. We'll see. So I want that casserole dish in there just because I really like how it looks in the hutch. And then we are going to put some thrifted red books. And this is one of the very few places in my Christmas decor that I have like red stuff. I just was not wanting to do a whole lot of like bright red. Y'all probably tired of hearing me say that, but that's just what I'm doing, and you might be new, so I'm just repeating myself, I'm sure. But anyway, I'm gonna put this book down here because I want my Santa mugs to be up, and I know if I don't have this book, then this is going to hide them. So this book here gives me a little bit of red, but it also gives me a little bit of height. And in saying that, I just realized you're not going to be able to see that once I get my cups stacked up here. So let's move this down and see if I can layer it over here without anything falling through that crack back there, because there is like a kind of like a crack. So there's that, and then I'll layer him right in front of this brown because it kind of looks like brown gingerbread, honestly. So we'll do that right there. And I'm gonna need some height back here. So because I have this little plate rail lip and I'm wanting to put some Santa mugs, I need to do something to keep those cups from wobbling around back there. Oh my gosh, that fit perfect. So we're just going to put that back there mainly as a riser. So sometimes your thrifted pieces, you know, they have to be used for other purposes other than decor, like lifting things up and filling in holes. So that's what we're going to use that for right there. And then this is where I think I want to start sticking my Santa mugs, but I need them, like I said, to be on this riser back here so you can see them. There's a couple more of those little molds. And then I'm just going to stack these two right here so you can see them. That's why I'm kind of stacking some of them up a little higher so you can actually see them. And I'll just move him over there, and I want to put these little molds where you can kind of see them as well, like that. Hopefully those will stay. Let's see. And another one of these little Santa mugs, I'm just going to fit one of these little Hobby Lobby trees. It fits perfectly in there. Look at that. So I think we're going to stick him right here. I've kind of bent the top a little bit just so he fits. Should I scoot this over so it pushes against those books? I don't know. We'll see what it looks like when we get all through. And then I have another one. So when I first bought these, I bought enough for everybody in our family. A couple of them have been broke, and our family has grown, so I don't have enough. But we'll take all of these little wooden spoons and put them down in there just so to break up, you know, not using a tree. So I have a tree in one, I have some little wooden spoons in one, and then I have those little silver stars in that one. And I just kind of want to set this over here, and hopefully they'll all fit. I think they're all going to fit. You can't see the ones in the back really good, but let me move the tree stem just a little bit. Okay, so here's what we got. And I'm not sure if I need to move this book down or not. That's kind of throwing me off. We'll move it down just a little bit. Okay, over on this corner, we're going to put the green books. So we're bringing in our green color here with a couple of these books, some more of these Santa mugs, and I just put a little bottle brush tree and stacked these two up. I'm going to set them over here. Kind of gives some balance here. Got some over here, some over here. So it gives the balance that I want there. And then I want to take this little picture of my grandma and I want to put this right here. I think that looks really cute. Let me scoot these back just a little bit, make some room. And then I'm going to take another bottle brush tree and I want to kind of fill in this space right here. So I don't have anything to put around like a little skirt for this one, but I do have another one that I'm going to do here in just a minute. So therefore I'm going to put this one kind of in the back so that that part is hidden until I can find, you know, some things to put in those. Now I've got one of the little baby trees in one of these little star skirts, and I'm going to set that right there. This one's being a little wobbly for some reason, and I have this other tree, but I'm going to hold on to it for now because I don't know if I need it right now. But I do have some of these thrifted butter pats that I think I just want to sit in here. So yeah, I love to just sit butter pats everywhere. Then I'm going to just stick this little piece on top of it to kind of hide a lot of that pink, since I'm not really doing pinks for Christmas. All right, I think what I want to do is take this little country looking wire chicken here and put these napkin rings in it so that I can use both of them. I think it's very cute. So we're just going to set these down in here, and I want it, okay, so I want to be able to see the chickens. So there you can see a couple of those chickens pretty good. So I'm going to just turn it like this, put the lid on it. This thing is so beat up. I got this old wire chicken at a garage sale like so many years ago. I wanted to try to set it in here. So let me see if I can put it in here and kind of angle it and fill in this spot. Yeah, I think that might work. And then I can hopefully put this little tree right here. Get it all situated. Oh yeah, I think I like that. Scoot this over a little bit. Fix my hand. She's looking kind of rough. I mean, but she is old. I guess that'll have to work. All right, so here is shelf 2. I'm really liking how this is looking. That's how it looks with the top shelf. Okay, and everything for shelf number 3 is here. It's probably not as bad as the second shelf, but there's a few bigger items in this one. So I have another one of those little jello mold things there that I want to make into like a little tree skirt. I have a flower frog, thrifted little creamer here. Just gonna stick a tree down in that. All of these thrifted rolling pins with the red handles. And what I love is that all of the handles have like different variations of red there, so I think that blends really pretty. I've got this ironstone piece here that I'm going to use, and this is actually the lid to that. I just like to prop it up on the side. Copper tea kettle. I have some butter pats here that I thrifted a long time ago. I just like to use stacks of those in different places. Another one of those little jello molds. I have some coasters here. This little tin that I actually just purchased recently at the Goodwill bins. Some thrifted red and white cookbooks just to give that little pop of red in the hutch. And then I have this holiday cooking little thrifted cookbook. You can see it still has like a garage sale tag on it. I need to take that off. And then just another thrifted platter here. So all of this will be going on the bottom shelf here in my thrifted hutch. Okay, let's see. I think what I'm going to start with is this brown and white little platter, because it's kind of got a gingerbready kind of look to it, and the hutch is has a lot of this brownish color in it. So I definitely wanted to use this somewhere on the hutch. So I think I'll use it right here. Try to scoot it back just a little bit, because this is where I also want to layer in this yard sale cookbook. I need a little stand or something. Some of y'all told me I could get like these little bitty easels at Hobby Lobby, and I did not know that. So I need to get one for that right there. And then I want to put my ironstone little sugar dish that I got. I actually thrifted this not too long ago, and I think it's so cute with a little Christmas tree in it. So I'm just going to put that right there. Okay, I've got another one of those little trees and those little stars. I want to put it right here. I think I want it right here in the corner. The only thing is I think I made my holes a little too big. I might need to go in there and do like a little dab of hot glue or something, because some of them are a little loose in there. As you can see, that one keeps giving me trouble. Or maybe I just didn't have it. Maybe I didn't have it poked down in there far enough, because now it's like very firm. I just pushed it down in there more. Those are so stinking cute. I love those. All right, rolling pins. Let me get these rolling pins. And I think what I'm going to do is I just want these to be laying in there like ready to go. So I'm going to try to figure out how I can get these to just kind of lay in here and stack up maybe without rolling everywhere. I might have to put like a little push pin or something over here. See, I want these to stack, but then this one wants to roll. So, all right, hold on, let me figure that out. Okay, so let me try this. I'm gonna put this copper tea kettle in here and then bring in this little ironstone piece here, and maybe I can make it, you know, kind of like a little bookend or something just to keep it from rolling. There we go. So got white here, white over there, copper right here, super cute. And now let's bring in these cookbooks. So we've got the red on the handles of the rolling pin. So we're gonna balance it out a little bit over here with some red from the cookbooks. And these are all thrifted. I think I've already told y'all that, so ignore that. All right, those look good. And then let's see, I think I had this little tin. I think that's how I styled this the other day. So I got this at the bins, and I was going to use it, and I still might, to put some goodies in. But for now, I thought it just looked too sweet here in my hutch. And I did have some these coasters on it, But I really like seeing the Merry Christmas, so I think I'm going to take those off. But I do have a stack of butter pats like I showed y'all for this section here that, again, I want to just sit out randomly, like they're just here and you're about to have dinner and you want to pull them out to put some butter on them. Not that we do that, but I'm just saying, like, you could, but we probably won't. I just use them for styling. Okay, so I do have another one of those little tins and that tree left over. So I want to put this somewhere. Let me see if I can, I don't know, fit this in maybe like in a little corner. Yeah, that might work. That's cute. Okay, let me play around with it just a second, see if I can scooch everything just a little bit. Yeah, and then I could either put the butter pats there, but I think I'll put them right here. And then I have this flower frog that I wanted to stick in here somewhere. I noticed this spot right here, kind of behind the rolling pins, if y'all can see that. It looks, I don't know, like it could use something. So I thought, well, let me put this and just lean it like that so you can see it. And I just love having like that little metal, interesting conversation piece there. And here is the third shelf. I think it's so cute. Look at all of these thrifted pieces being curated and put together. I love it. Here's the shelves all kind of together, one right after another. I know this is some pretty heavy decorating, but I love to just squish all of these beautiful thrifted finds in here together that I've collected over the years, and just really picking out things that I love. And then when I'm ready to decorate, it just comes together so beautifully, in my opinion. And this just makes me so happy. And everybody walks by this multiple times because this is like in the heart of my kitchen where we all hang out most of the time. So I just really love how this came together. I do wish that I had some sort of light in here. So that is something that I may work on. And maybe by the time I do my kitchen Christmas tour, I'll have like some different lighting or something in here just to show y'all what it looks like lit up at night. So yes, I hope that y'all have a wonderful and happy Thanksgiving. Like I said, this makes my heart happy that this is all done before Thanksgiving so everybody can see all of my beautiful treasures when they come over. I did want to tell y'all that I will not have a video on Wednesday because it is Thanksgiving week and I am also preparing for Thriftmas. So be patient with me. I'll be back on Friday with a thrift haul video. So again, we hope y'all have a very happy Thanksgiving. We love y'all and I'll see you back here on Friday with a brand new video.